Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So for today's video we're going to be doing a fun Valentine's inspired tutorial. I did already do a softer, more wearable look, and I'll have a link to that below if you're interested in that. But today we're going to go a little bit more creative and a little bit more fun and bright. So this tutorial is going to be focused just on the eyes. I will have a list of all the products I've used on my face on my blog as always, and that will be linked down below. But for today we're just going to be focusing on this hot pink eye look. It's smoky on the corners, super sparkly on the inside, and it has these little heart cutout details in the crease. So if you're interested to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I've just finished creating the look on this side right here. I just made it up as I went along and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I was inspired by an awful lot of looks that I had seen on Instagram that had kind of either these like heart cutouts in the look or else little heart details around the eye. Similar to like Kylie Jenner's promo look for her Valentine's palette. She had a lovely kind of dark reddish smoky eye and then a little heart on the corner. So I think an awful lot of people took inspiration from that, and it's become a little bit of a trend this year with Valentine's looks. Not to say that it hasn't done before, but I'm just seeing it a lot this year. So I'll zoom you in to give you a better look. So I decided to go for like the cutout heart details, and I placed 3 along the crease. And I knew I wanted to incorporate like a bright neon pink, so I popped that on the inside of the lid, and then it went super sparkly with the inner corner. And I added a nice long fluttery lash and then some little individuals underneath just on the outside, just to give my lashes a little bit more volume underneath. So now we're going to get started on this side. I have nothing on, only a little bit of eyeshadow primer to prevent any creasing. So I'm going to start by placing on some heart stickers as my stencils for the little heart details. I'm using these tiny little ones. I just kind of raided my craft. I have a little craft box with stickers and glitter and random things. And I found these little heart stickers, so any kind of heart stickers or confetti. I also found these kind of larger ones that I could have used as well. Just giving myself a little bit more space, and even if you just have something heart shaped, you can glue it on with a little bit of lash glue and use it as a sticker. So I'm going to pop these on with a tweezers just so I'm not removing too much of the stickiness with my fingers, and I'm just going to try and make it symmetrical. Basically with this side I have one in the middle, basically going upwards and then tilting them on either side. And also while I'm placing them down, I'm keeping my brow relaxed. I'm not raising my brow and placing it, because if I raise my brow and then popped it above my crease here, when I dropped it down you wouldn't be able to see it, because I want them to be visible with my eye relaxed. So those are my stickers in place. I just tried to get them as symmetrical or as even as these ones here. So I'm starting off with a matte baby pink. This is 319 from Inglot, and this is just a fluffy crease brush. I don't want to use a brush that is too dense and that could possibly move the stickers around, just in case they're not the stickiest. So I've chosen a brush that has fairly loose bristles. And this baby pink is going to go all over the brow bone. I'm just doing soft blending motions, but more patting over the stickers. Again, I just don't want to move them around, but you can just use a soft hand when you're going over them, and then pat down to get more of a colour deposit. And I'm taking that right up to the brow and right down to the crease. So it's just going to give us a base pink colour to work on top of and add darker shades. That's also going under the eye. And when I say under the eye, not just along the lash line, like actually under the eye ball. So going down quite low and just making sure that your edge is nice and round. Okay, so the next shade that I'm taking is a dark pink. So again, it's another matte, and I'm just going into the crease and not going all the way up to the brow this time, just keeping more above the crease and along the kind of the row of the hearts. So again, I'm using a light hand, kind of pushing motions to deposit the colour over the stickers, and then I'll use a light hand when I'm blending the edges. So that's that shade on the crease, and again we're going under the eye, but not blending down as far as the lighter pink. So I always tend to work in steps like that. I start with my highest colour and I work down. So again, we're moving a little bit lower and taking a darker pink, and I'm going to use Love Letter, a very appropriate shade from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm just taking a touch of that on the tip of the brush, and that's going to be going more in the crease line itself and just blend it upwards then towards the hearts. And I have to say as well, because I've chosen a brush with longer, looser bristles, this kind of stamping and pushing motion that I'm doing isn't actually giving me much harsh lines. It's actually giving me a decent blend, because the bristles kind of splay when they're pushed down, so they kind of deposit the colour a little bit wider and a little bit more dispersed. So that style of a brush does help. And again, under the eye, closer to the lashes. Okay, so we're going to leave the crease at that for now, and we're going to move on to the lid. So I'm just going to cut a line on the inner half here just to get a little bit of sharpness, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques detailer brush. It's like this, and my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. So again, at this stage, I'm just trying to make it as even as I can with this side. But basically, I'm just going to cut a line from the crease and just bring it outwards a little bit on the inside, so that it kind of carries on, it's kind of visible just over the crease on the inside and in the inner corner. So once I've got that edge as clean as I want it, then I just start bringing down the colour and packing it on to the lid. So I'm bringing that all the way across the lid, but up in the crease I'm not carrying that line all the way around. When I get to the middle, I just start fading it out with little patting motions. So for my first lid colour, I'm going into the Sleek Acid palette and taking this bright pink right here, and I'm just using that on a small little shadow brush like this, and I'm just patting it on, starting on the inside and bring it right up to that line. And then I brought it 3/4 of the way across, just leaving a little gap at the end. And for that, we're going to go back into the Acid palette and take this winey shade here, which actually has a beautiful like blue duochrome to it. So I'm just going to pop that onto the outer corner, and I've switched to just a larger flat brush. And I'm blending it then in towards the middle of the eye and up towards the crease line. I'm also just taking some on the tip of the brush and running that under the eye along the lower lash line. And then for the very corner of the eye, I'm going back to my Inglot colours, and I'm taking 308 right here on a little bullet brush. And I'm basically just going to start by running it along the corner of the lash line and then up to the crease, so in that outer kind of V shape. And then I'll more than likely come back and add to it once I have my liner on, so that I can see the kind of the angle to wing it out onto the liner at. And again on the tip of the brush and going under the eye. I am taking one of my new favourite highlight shades, which is Vermeer from the Modern Renaissance palette. And I've wiped off that larger flat brush. I'm using that to just pop that under the brow, so starting at the arch and blending out, and then also pulling it inwards. And then if you feel you need to, you can go back in with that baby pink first shade, that was the highest shade, and just blend those edges where that shimmer is meeting the mattes. So then it's time for the inner corner. So I'm using my favourite glitter and pigment base. This is Too Faced Glitter Glue. And I'm going back to that detailer brush that I used to cut out the crease line. So I'm first just patting that down in around the tear duct area, in a nice large area. And then I'm using Kiko's Loose Pigment in the shade 2. And I'm just going to pack that on top. So I'm making sure that's in a nice large area. It's not just staying in this little corner here. And bring it up to the crease line, in against the nose and down under the tear duct. Okay doke, so those are basically our shadows done. We can come back and touch up bits afterwards, but we're going to go on to liner now. So I'm going to be doing a liquid winged liner, and I'm using my favourite liquid liner, which is the Essence Liquid Ink in Waterproof. Okay, and then as I said I would, I'm going to go back in with my little bullet brush and my super dark purple, the 308 from Inglot, and I'm just going to extend that darkness just along the wing slightly, so it just follows the liner a little bit better. I'm also just going to take a little small detailer brush like that and run it against the lash lines just to make sure it's super dark. Okay, so once you're happy with your liner and your shadow, then it's time to remove the stickers. So again, I'm going to go back in with my tweezers to take them off. So I don't know if you can notice the difference between the two. There's more of kind of an outline around these ones. And that is because I went in around them and just touched up the edges, which I will do on this side to make them even. But these ones, for whatever reason, I think they must have moved around a little bit, but the outline or the shape wasn't as kind of clear as these ones have come out. So you could totally leave them like this if they come out well, but I'm going to touch them up and make the outline a little bit stronger around them. So I'm going to be going in with that medium pink shade. Again, it's this bright one here from Inglot. And I'm taking a small little fine brush like this. This is the Maybelline gel eyeliner brush that you get with the gel. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on the brush and just basically going to go around the outline of the shape. So you can see the difference that makes already. So that just makes them stand out that bit more. I'm just going to blend those edges then of that pink a little bit just by pinching the end of my blender brush and just going around those edges, just that they blend a little bit more seamlessly into the rest of the crease colours. Not a huge amount, but just to make them more like these ones. So next I'm just going to apply my brows off camera. I just went fairly thick on the body of the brow and then sharp and thin on the edge. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. So we're back with brows and now it's on to lashes. So I'm just going to apply a quick coat of mascara. And I'm going to make sure to get a good amount on my lower lashes, especially on the inner half, because I'm going to be applying some individuals on the outer corner. So these are the lashes I'm applying. They're just nice and long and fluttery. They're not too thick or heavy. And they are the 1/1/8 from Amore US. Again, I'll have all the products listed on my blog as well as what I use in my brows. And the link is below. So then for the lower lashes, I'm going to be taking these little individual clusters, and these are in a mini length, so extra short. And I apologise if you can hear my dog, he's just getting restless, so there's some rustling going on. So I'm just picking up one cluster with a tweezers and dipping it in some glue. And then I'm flipping it upside down so that it curves down and popping that under the lashes. So I'm going to apply 3 of those on the outer half. So that just adds a little bit more fullness and dimension to the lower half, and it kind of evens it out and balances it with the top. So that is the look finished. I'm just going to clean up that fallout from those sleek shadows and finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look with a full face. I'll have the rest of the products that I use on my face listed on my blog as always, just in case you're interested in anything I have used. And I will also have pictures of the look over there, so I'll have a link to that blog post in the top line of the description box as always. So I really hope you like the look. I really enjoyed making it. I do like doing these more kind of creative looks. and taking bits and pieces of inspiration. So I really enjoyed creating it as well as the finished look. So I hope you like it too. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give it a thumbs up by clicking the like button that's down below, and also subscribe while you're here. I'd love to have you on board. So that is all from me for today. Thank you so much again, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.